What's up, guys? Today I'm going to show you how to shade a vehicle in Alias so you can have it ready for your presentation. Guys, this is the result of what we want to do in this video. Something similar like this, maybe even better if we can. But at a minimum, to be able to get some type of results that give us a cool, some cool in Alias, right? So here, I think this is a pretty good result right here. So how do we do it? We're gonna use the multi-lister and some other tools. So if I open up a file I have ready here, this is a blank file, all all gray. I'm gonna show you guys how to shade this up to look similar to the file that I just showed. Yeah, so if we have a model that's just very basic like this, right? To start off, we want to create some shaders and we want to add the shaders. So as you can see on the right side, there's a whole list of shaders and things here, but I'm really not going to use this right now. I'll just leave that in the default on the right side. Now, if we come up here to Windows, let's see, no, render, multi-lister, list all. Now I have it as a hotkey, but multi-lister, list all. This right here opens up your, in Maya would be called your hypershade, but basically this is where all your shaders are created and you're able to make new ones like that. You're able to delete them and keep these. You can keep it organized and you'll be able to add many shaders through here, chrome and different colors. So let's say I want to shade up my body right here. So how do I do that? As you can see, everything is grouped, which I did this on my own, but I made sure that everything I have here is grouped how I want it to be shaded individually. So now let's say, like I was saying, I want to make this red. So I'm going to go to shading, or no, edit, new shader. You click and hold on edit, left click, hold on edit, and then new shader. When you hit that, you see that it makes a shader here. If I double click on it, it opens up the setting. So let me close that. I'm going to double click on it. I can even change the name of the shader up here. I can call it red. Now in here, there's a lot of options. Many are not necessary right now. If we just click on color though, I'll be able to change it to red easily here. Maybe slightly darker. And I didn't actually do anything special with the shader. It's just a default shader. So now I pick that and I go shading, click and hold on that, assign shader. Now it added that shader. So now let's speed it up a little bit. I'll talk through it and let's keep adding the shaders. Edit, new shader. I'm gonna make this one like a black. I'm going to pick this guy and assign it. But you can see there, I just did it fast. I used my hotkey. Let me pick this. Let's make some type of gray color. So edit, new shader. I'm gonna pick the double click on the shader. I'm gonna move it down here, make it some type of gray for now. And then I'm gonna go shading, assign shader. And make sure that you're clicked on your shader. You can see how it's highlighted. So this one, my model selected. I'm gonna click on shading, assign shader. If I move the color bar on the shader, you can see that it updates automatically. Now, let's continue on here. I'm gonna make another one just to really like engrave it in your guys' head. New shader. Double click on it. I'm gonna call this upper. Let's make that also black, but just a little different color. Yeah, so now I'm gonna pick the top piece here, select the model, shading, assign. That's how we get it on there. Now I want to make like a chrome and a glass for these two. So how do we do that? If we come here to the top right, click on default and go to visualize, you'll see that it gives you a lot of options in here. And let's see, I'm gonna go to glass. Cool. I'm just gonna pick one. So there's a couple ways you can do this, but I believe if you double click it, yeah, see, it put it into my multi-lister when I double clicked it. So I can pick like different versions that I like. And if you hover over it, you'll see the name of it and what it represents. Green rippled, blue rippled. So I won't get too deep into that. But yeah, if I select the glass here, I'm gonna select one of these, assign shader. So it's just clear. But right now when we add the environment, it might look cooler. Let's see actually, if I click this, I'll show you guys how to do this right now. I just want to see it for myself. So yeah, you can see something's happening there, but let me go back slightly. So now we want to add a chrome to the front. So how do we do that? Let's look around in here and see if we can find the chrome. There might not be any chrome. Oh, there is metal chrome. I don't use these often, but if you click the first one here, chrome polish, let's say. I'm gonna open my multi-lister because I think I lost it. So how do I open it? Windows. Nope. Render. Multi-lister, list all. Render, multi-lister, list all. Now that I double click that chrome, you can see it's here, chrome polished. So I'm gonna pick this piece. I'm gonna pick the chrome, assign shader, and we got it going now. So that does that. Now I wonder if there's any tire. And I mean, you guys can look through these, understand them. They will help you as you want to render things for your portfolios and have a really nice model. I'm not a pro with these, like of what is all inside of here, but it seems like there's a lot of cool stuff. I don't know where there's a tire, so I'm just gonna double click this guy. I'm gonna pick the tire and assign it with the hockey head. Alright, so now that we got that set up, cool. And a lot of times when you put these type of shaders on it, it'll look dark like that when you're just in the default environment, or when you're in a scene where you're not using an environment, better said. So I'm gonna click the visualize 3. Well, let me try to see if it actually looks good first before I show you guys how to do all that. So yeah, I mean, it looks pretty cool. So let me just give you a little background now on how we're gonna get this to look like that. If yours might look different, right? Yours might look like this, like this. We're all gonna be in different situations. So what you can first do is hit Viz 3. And when you hit Viz 3, what is happening, if you actually look down here at the very bottom, it's going to say Visual State 3. This is actually the settings that connect this button. And so if you come here to Shade Settings, if I click that, it opens up this box. This box is the the hardware shade. Let me close that, click it again, Shade Settings. This box is the same box that you can access through here under Windows, Display, Hardware, Shade. So, yeah. But the only difference is when you go here, you need to hit the little box. So then, now, when you click Viz 3 and you come here to Shade Settings, your settings are going to be different than mine. I usually like to have environment off, but let's say I turn it on. You see what happens, right? It's the scene is now using the environment there's like a sphere around the scene, and it's using that. I'm not sure if you see it in Alias though, but a lot of you guys that use Maya probably know what I'm talking about. But we don't need to get that deep into it right now. If we click the environment button, you see that it's giving you that. Now, if you click background, gives you a black background, ground plane. Why is mine like that? I'm not sure. But if we hit ground plane, you can see it gives me that piece down there. If you want to bring that up, you hit edit environment, and then you can drag this here where it says ground plane height. You can drag it and get it close to where you want it. And then once you get it there, now we're starting to get like a good looking model. The other thing you can do to give it a different feel is come here to your light source. If you change that, it's going to give you something different based off your lighting in your scene. Now lastly, the way to change the environment, let me show you guys that. We come up here bottom or top right, visualize, scroll down here to environments. Now you see you have a bunch of different ones. A lot of these are similar to what you'll have in VRED. So if I double click this, let's see, I get a different style. Well, so yeah, depending on what you get, on what you like, you might like one of these, and then you start using this as a default. But you know, right there doesn't look bad. Doesn't look bad right there. So, all right, guys. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, follow the channels, follow the Instagram. I appreciate everybody that's been following, and we got a lot more videos coming up. Peace.